Hello, my name is Babatunde Ibrahim. I'm an architectural designer within the UK, and I am currently undertaking my Part 3 licensing studies to become a fully licensed architect. Now, many times when I meet people, they tell me how they wanted to study architecture, and some people actually ask my opinion on what it's like to study architecture. And I thought it would be easier to just make a video. Also, it's just really cool when you go, just watch my video, you know. So I'm going to be trying to answer the 3 most frequently asked questions for people who want to study architecture. Now, depending on the part of the world you're in, it could take anywhere between 4 to 10 years to actually get your architectural license. So it's a big commitment for some people, and they'd like to understand what are the possible issues with actually studying architecture. Now, I usually get asked 3 main questions. 1, how much do architects make and if they earn good money? 2, do you need to be able to draw? And 3, do you need to be good at math? So let's answer those questions for you. Do you need to be good at drawing? This is a question many people ask, because I think once they hear the word architect, the first thing that comes to their mind is like really cool, beautiful drawings of sketches, and even I can't do that currently. I'm not sure that's a good endorsement, but it is what it is. I love sketching, and I like using it as my way of thinking. You don't necessarily need to be able to draw like a well-seasoned professional from year 1, and not even in year 2 or year 3 would anyone expect you to be able to do that. Now, if you can, I mean, you're one of the rare ones that can make things look amazing, that's fine. But there are different media and ways of expressing one's ideas. And some people like casting, some people like woodworking, some people like painting, some people like visual collages. So depending on the media you're comfortable with and how far you can actually push it, you can actually come up with different ways of communicating that do not actually require you to be a virtuoso of drawing. Let's put it that way. But it is still an important skill to have. And with the number of years you take becoming a professional architect, it would develop. You would learn how to sketch better. You would learn how to communicate through line work and other things that within that realm, because it is part of the architectural education. No one expects you to be able to draw like an amazing drawing at the start, but to a certain degree, they expect you to be able to draw a straight line. I mean, if you can draw a straight line, you're halfway there. So don't worry too much about that. You got this. Also, a very influential speaker that I really like to listen to, Les Brown, he said, you don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. One of the other questions I usually get is, do you need to be good at math? And to be fair, the answer is mainly no, because I've been working for the last 3 years in the profession, and I have not necessarily had to do any complex math on the fly. And because designing a building is a very difficult and time-consuming process that requires a lot of speciality, you have structural engineers, mechanical engineers, and so many other professionals helping you. You don't really have to do everything by yourself. And most times you always have a program or a website where you can actually calculate roof pitches, where they tell you what height stairs need to be. So basically, with just basic addition, subtraction, and multiplication, you should be fine for a large portion of your life. It is not as daunting as people necessarily perceive it to be. Now, having said that, if you're one of these people that would love to have a geometrically complex building, it comes with the territory. If you're going to have parametric designs, knowing how to be good at math and to calculate different variables and how they'd affect your design, it will be very necessary for you to understand at least the basic principles of advanced math. I get asked this question a lot. Or maybe I don't actually get asked the question. I get told a lot that architects make a lot of money. And It's quite funny because like I understand why people have that perception, but like with every other profession on the planet, you can make a lot of money or you can make the average amount of money. Now if you're studying architecture to make a lot of money, you can, but it requires very, very calculated moves and very, very calculated decisions, and you also have to be business savvy. So while it's not a no, it's not necessarily a yes. Now if people ask, do architects make enough money, that's a different conversation, because according to Statista, the average UK citizen, or the average salary in the UK, is around £31,000. Now, is that enough compared to the population of the UK? Yes. Now, if you want to make over 100 grand, 150, the top brass kind of thing, you then have to make very calculated moves to actually get to where you want to go to. It's all about the work and how you make moves within the industry. But according to the RIBA pay scales, the average architect with 5 years of experience makes around 30 to 37,000 pounds a year. So for me, that's good enough, because that is usually is higher than the average salary in the UK. So it depends on what you're looking for and what you want to do in your career. So again, it's up to you. For me, it's neither a yes or a no, but it is yes. If you are looking to make a decent living, if you're trying to become the next Bezos, you can. I'm not saying you can't, but I don't know if there are any architectural billionaires. It might actually be a good point of research. One question people should usually ask, or at least I hope people will start asking me, is what is it like to study architecture from a mental health perspective? Now, because the course of architecture, or even the study of architecture, can become quite intense, and because there is no definite answer in the creative field, you can't necessarily tell if you've arrived at what you want, because one, you're a student and you don't know that much. Well, I would hope that you would know enough to know when you've arrived somewhat to a reasonable solution, but for everyone this is different. Now, because of that, people can spend incredible amount of time working on stuff that's already done, but they don't know it's done, and even if it's done, they might want to push it further. And one of the problems that I see, at least from my experience in studying architecture and the various friends that I have who are architects and architecture students, is you get so engrossed in finishing something that you tend to neglect your mental health. You stop eating regularly, you stop actually going to sleep sometimes, because some people actually do all-nighters for 2-3 days. Some people do it 1 day, some people do it 2 days, some people actually just spend a week sleeping 20 minutes just to get something through the door, and this tends to build up. So it's quite important for anyone that wants to study architecture to actually take the step back to be like, okay, if I'm going to do this, I need to set things in place to make sure I do not end up in a state where I'm neglecting my health and my mental health or family in order to submit something for a deadline, within reason at least. So it's very important to, every once in a while, maybe go for a walk, take a break, meet people from different courses, because what I tend to see is that, especially in the architecture school, sometimes competition can be so tough to get like the best designs, that when you see someone else or hear someone else reaching what you perceive to be a level of development in their design, it kicks the clock back and you start thinking, I haven't done this, I haven't done that. Don't do that to yourself. Everybody gets there at a different time. You just need to make sure that you do what is best for you. Thank you for watching if you watched this far. I hope this video has been helpful, and if it was, please share. If it wasn't, please let me know down in the comments below. If I can help you, I will. If I can't, I will see if I can refer you to someone who can, or a book that could help out. So thank you for watching. Have a good day and go and learn something new.